I noted on your bio that I thought was interesting too was you also used to do stand up, right? And then you also used to write jokes for certain talk shows and things like that too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I used to write jokes for Politically Incorrect with Bill Maher.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I actually like Bill Maher a lot. How did you get something like that? How does that work?
My buddy in college was the opening act. He would come out and warm up the crowd.
Gotcha. Yeah, I know. Like at those talk shows, they usually have a comedian come out, right, and get the audience whipped up into shape and things like that. Right. Okay.
Yeah. His stage name is Danny Vermont, and he is a stand-up comic, so he got me that gig. And then I would just fax in jokes. Although it was weird because like they told us all to use the same sources, which were these little news clips in USA Today. It would be these little news bites. So we were all writing jokes about the same topics. So they would sometimes get the same joke for the same topic. And if they bought it, they had to pay out 5 times. But I guess they didn't care. So that used to happen all the time. I would get jokes on, and then other writers I hear, oh, yeah, I had that joke too. And it's like, oh, I guess we both got paid.
So now Politically Incorrect, that was when he was on ABC, right? Is that?
First, he was on Comedy Central. So
that's
I was
what
on
it was, the
Comedy Central show. And then they moved to ABC. And then they used all union guys, and I was out. But
gotcha.
But I did that for a few years. That's a good cred.
Very good cred, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. And that's a good comedy cred. That got me work. I got to work on Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
Oh, that's very cool. Love that show.
When they
did you write a whole episode of that, or is it?
Well, it was off the air, and then Game Tap, the website, optioned it, and they had the entire cast. So like they just moved the show off of Adult Swim and said, okay, now we're going to do it on Game Tap. And I got to write 2 episodes, and to this day I can't find them anymore because they were only on Game Tap. And like, I guess they never got transferred to YouTube or whatever. And
they never went back to Cartoon Network after that. Like you couldn't see them on a rerun.
Yeah, I guess not. I guess they didn't end up there. I don't know who has them. They're probably on a DVD somewhere.
I'd love to see those. Yeah.
Yeah, I know,
right?
What was who's the guest on both of those episodes?
Oh God. One was the lead singer from Bare Naked Ladies.
Okay.
And I forget the other one.
Okay.
It was just the
I
two.
love that show. So much fun.
It was fun too because what they do is they tape the interview and then they just give you all his sound bites.
Yeah, and then you figure out a show around it.
You have to figure out the jokes.
It was like Mad Libs in a lot of ways. Mad Libs writing a script.
Oh, that was great.
That's awesome. Now, step back for the Politically Incorrect one. Do you remember any of the jokes that you wrote? Like maybe one of the better ones that wouldn't get us struck or anything like that?
Oh, yeah.
Remember?
On Politically Incorrect, the writer of the Hokey Pokey died today, and there was some controversy at his funeral. You know, they started burying him, and they put his left foot in, but then his left foot fell out. And
That's great.
That one got on, and then the UK can't find a Sheriff of Nottingham joke, which went something like, oh gosh, now I've forgotten it. There was a joke about the Sheriff of Nottingham. That one got on.
Okay.
But sometimes like you would get a joke on, but like, you know, it was the late night talk show thing where Bill would just butcher the joke, you know, but then make a joke about butchering it. You'd be like, oh, that was the setup. No, wow, I still got paid.
What a thrill that must have been to see Bill like saying your jokes though.
I know, right?
No, it was fun. It was fun.
That's really cool. Like, cause like, you know, cause he's like a pretty prominent stand-up too, on top of, you know, the political stuff, right? I mean, like I've never seen him live, but I wouldn't mind going to one of his shows to see his stand-up act, you know?
Oh yeah, he does, you know, he goes to all the big venues, you know, when the show's off the air. And he's done Atlantic City, Down My Way. And you know, he's still a big name. I mean, he's still doing basically the same show. It's just called Real Time with Bill Maher now.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's just, he seems to like just move it to a different station and tweak the name and the format a bit. But
Ahoy, mateys! 'Tis I, Captain Horatio Honeyflakes. and I be here to tell you about me newest crowdfunding campaign. The adventures continue with me crew, the Mighty Mascots, in issues 7, 8, and 9. Just focus your looking glass on the amazing artwork of Ian Warianto and Anton Bondi. Me crew, the Mighty Mascots, are up against some scurvy scallywags, and we need ye help to defeat them. There be a bounty of exclusive treasure, only available here, where X marks the spot. I spy a huge coffer of bonuses and stretch goals on the horizon. Then please consider pledging so we can continue these adventures with the weirdest crew I ever had the pleasure of sailing with. Mascots Unleash!